I can somewhat see Sunken Rock being a bit of a weird one to discuss, because some arcs might not be to everyone's liking. Sunken Rock is still my favorite gang mafia manga I've read, and the only one I have ever read. I obviously want more recommendations to read because this shit was insane. First, let me start with the story. Sunken Rock follows our protagonist Kitano Ken, a Japanese high school delinquent who falls in love with a girl called Yuman. I don't know if I'm mispronouncing her name, please let me know. She rejects him and moves to Korea where she becomes a police officer. Ken drops out of high school and chases after Yuman and goes to Korea where he also wants to become a police officer and join up with Yuman. He does get to Korea, but he unfortunately isn't able to join the police force and becomes a shut-in for a year. One day, he's given food by an old man running a little ramen stall. Because this old man feels sorry for him, he does it anyways for free. The old man is then almost assaulted by a gang wanting money. But before they can do that, Ken jumps in and saves him. The gang that were harassing the old man are now after Ken to make him their boss. And they do so. Ken becomes their boss, and now Ken is part of the criminal underworld. This manga has its serious moments, obviously because it's a gang manga about how this gang is growing with more members and whatever. But it also has a lot of comedy in it, and I found it absolutely hilarious. The funny moments with Ken and the gang are incredibly funny, and fit well with the types of characters. Seeing these gang members not taking something seriously is fantastic, and seeing them joking around and taking a piss out of everything is absolutely hilarious. Further, the characters in Ken's gang, called the Sunken Rock Group, don't feel like generic, massive, scary and strong gang members, the gang members that we stereotypically know. They are all unique people with their own personalities, and some of them are big and strong, but they still stand out and are unique. And they have their own reasons for following Ken. And also they are, at the end of the day, just normal human beings who have emotions, cry and get upset. They have their own dislikes and likes. Putting it simply, I love how these characters are written. Boichi, I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name wrong, but the author of this manga, did a fantastic job. Talking of Boichi, he's a South Korean manga artist, I didn't know that, and this is the first non-Japanese manga I have ever read. Of course, not excluding manhwa and all that other stuff like Tower of God that you can read. Moving away from the story, let's talk about the art. If you've read any of Boichi's other works, you know that his art isn't the same as other mangakas. His art style is very unique, especially in Sunken Rock and Origin, the latter being one of his other works. His character designs, in my opinion, look a lot more realistic than most other mangas. His art is beautiful, both the set pieces and characters, but not just that. Because Sunken Rock is based in Japan and Korea, and the gun laws in both Japan and Korea being so strict, the gangs use other weapons instead of guns. So the fights are more hand-to-hand and stuff like beating the shit out of each other with a baseball bat, etc. Which leads to some fantastic looking panels. I can't stress it enough, these fights are beautiful. This manga is about gangs and criminals. So obviously there are some more mature things that happen in this manga, and the hand-to-hand stuff just ends up being two people skillfully beating the shit out of each other. I really don't mind the bloody hand-to-hand stuff. That's my type of thing. I really enjoyed it. This manga might not be for everyone. There's one arc, the manager arc, that some people might not enjoy, and also the ending might not be for everyone. Nevertheless, I enjoyed every moment of this Sunken Rock. To me, it doesn't really matter if it's bad. I just had to have fun while reading it, and that's exactly what I thought while reading it. I couldn't put it down. I stayed up late, till like 2 o'clock in the morning reading this shit. It gave me everything I wanted. Action, ecchi, romance, seinen, and comedy. It gave me everything. If you like gang or mafia type manga, love hand-to-hand combat, and like a bit of comedy mixed in with all the seriousness, I highly recommend Sunken Rock. It's got 171 chapters and it's finished. Ending and all. I really enjoyed it, so if my opinion holds any weight, then read it and maybe form your own opinions about it. I give it around 5 to 10 chapters before dropping. I really thought it was fantastic. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, if you like the video, please consider subscribing, and thanks for watching, and goodbye.